Nowadays, traditional RPGs, role playing games, seem to be out of fusion or fashion. First person shooter and online games because it's a new focus of people's attention. To me, however, nothing beats good than an RPG game with a good sound plot, graphical effects, and battle experiences aside. The opportunity to take a break from your boring ordinary life and play some hero on an epic adventure always appeals to me more than anything else. Lately, I have been having a problem. Every day I tried to play a game, a voice inside my head would scream to me, "Hey, it's my turn." At first, I thought it might be just me hearing things, so I tried to ignore it. However, the sound and the voice soon grew so loud that I could hardly concentrate on playing the games. Eventually, I had to give up on the games which I love so much, but instead of leaving me alone, the voice began to assault me even though I was not playing on the bus, in my bedroom, and even when I was sitting on the toilet. Get lost, it's my turn. Finally, I made up my mind to play and visit my psychiatrist. The doctor, who is a scrawny old man and an oversized white grown, had asked me to lie down on a lever-side sofa and proceeded to babble away on stuff that I could barely understand. Sigmund Freud, self-denial, blah blah blah. In no time, I was confused that my eyelids felt so heavy that I could barely keep myself awake. Get out of that sofa! I said it's my turn! Oh my god! Can't you sucker leave me alone for just 1 minute? Furious, I jumped out from the sofa and began ignoring that look on the psychiatrist's face. Screamed at the top of my lungs. That's right. It's all right. It's your freaking turn. Satisfied? For a few seconds, everything turned to black, and just then, as my eyes adjusted slowly to the darkness around me, I found myself sitting on a small sofa, facing the huge TV set, flashing the TV screen and using the words "The Sims 12" in green capital letters. Before I could figure out what was happening, a large hand snatched my headset from my hand and gave it to me in a shove, which sent me stumbling out of the sofa. I scrambled onto my feet, bewildered, and I saw a tall man in jeans and red t-shirt sitting down on the sofa. "I can't believe you've played for so long, dude," he muttered in that familiar voice that I've heard for thousands of times within my head. "You just don't know this freaking arcade. You know." And that, my little pretties, was role playing games. A gaming pasta written by Ocean Green. My final thoughts on the story? Well, I could definitely say that I actually was surprised when I actually took a look at the story. Now, I first took a look at this story, I think a couple weeks ago or something. It might have been maybe in August or maybe it was last month or something. I took a look at this story and holy hell, it's a pretty damn good story for what it is. I mean, it's like pretty freaky, but at the same time, it's kind of confusing as well. Now, before I get to that, I want to go with the positives of this story before we go any further. For one, I found the story to be rather enjoyable. I found it to be a really good and well made story. I found the concept of its own self to be, rather amazing. I actually do like the good grammar, the sentence structuring, and the storyline of how everything went out. It's a pretty good concept for what this is, and you'll even really can take a look at how well this story really is. Like, I mean, I like how it all went out. It's a really well made story. It's pretty good, and I honestly really do like how everything of it went out. Now, to be personally honest, I have to say this story is, well, amazing. So, we'll definitely have to say that now that this story actually has a really good concept for what this story is. I do like how I like how the story went out pretty interesting. It has like a really good concept for what it is. I actually do find this one to be, well, a nice story. Now, one thing I could definitely say was that it's a short story, but I actually really like short stories. I mean, I don't mind them personally. I know sometimes I do complain about, oh, this story's too short or something. Well, I sometimes don't do that, a whole lot. But I mean, there's a good concept when it comes to some of these stories. Now, this story, I think it was written back in 2015 or 2014. I can't remember when this was actually written, but it was written around that time. And I have to say, it's a pretty good story for how this one is. It has a really amazing, it's really good. Basically, it's about a protagonist, having a problem each time he plays a game. He has some voice in his head saying it's my turn or something. I really have a feeling that maybe this guy is hallucinating. The protagonist is hallucinating. Yet again, I'm not really sure, but for whatever reason, he's like hallucinating in this story and goes to a psychiatrist who basically, tries to, send him like a good concept of, what he could be experiencing and all. But then all of a sudden he starts hearing stuff like, oh, it's my turn or something. I mean, I have a feeling that he's hearing voices in his head. That's probably how the protagonist is, hearing all this. It's most likely the voices in his head. Yet again, I'm not really sure what to, really think of it, but that's actually something I thought, I bring that up because, it's pretty possible if you can, recall it. It's quite possible. And one thing I really have to say that I enjoyed was how the story was really well written. Like, I know I said it already, but, it's not, very bad and hard that you can't narrate anything of the story. It's still a really good one. However, though, I like to say, that the everything about it was flat out good. Now, I do wish that maybe the story was a little longer. Maybe that would help a little bit. But other than that, it's still a good story. It's a short one, yes, but it's a very well made creepypasta. Gaming pasta, in fact. I really still find this one to be, a really interesting story. Now, I definitely have to say it's a good one. And as always, I really have to say it's a pretty good one. So I really have to say that this story actually has a really good concept for what it is. But anyways, with that being said, to Ocean Green, great job with this story. This was fantastic. I had fun narrating it. This was awesome. So, anyways, with that being the case, that being said, I'm gonna sit here and wrap up the review. I know this is not a long review. I can't really seem to find anything that I did not like about this story, but I really do find it to be rather amazing and enjoyable. Now, with that being the case, and with that being said, what did you guys think? Oh, wait, second. I almost forgot to put the rating. Now, I'm gonna say this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these creepypastas, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of this story would have to be a 10 out of 10. Great creepypasta, really good and enjoyable, really well made, and I personally found this one to be, quite amazing. It's very enjoyable. I really have to say it's a really good creepypasta. I find this one to be a really amazing one. So, with that being said, what did you guys think about this creepypasta? Did you all enjoy it? Did you all not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro because I'm out.